What's going on, everybody? This is the TheGameHuntah channel, another episode of Clash Royale, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to play around with the prince, how to annoy the prince, how to make sure that the prince is not effective on the battlefield. And the good thing is that you need to use cards super simple like the tombstone, the skeletons, or the goblins. Cards that's only 1, 2, and 3 in elixir, super cheap, and they can annoy so much your opponent. If you know how to place the units on the battlefield and at the specific right time, you can take care of your opponent, and trust me, he's gonna get pissed, or she's gonna get pissed, depending, of course, because if the prince doesn't hit the towers, it's completely useless, completely useless. You guys are ready? Let me show you real quick, because this is the deck that I've been using in this account, which is right now, like I said, level 7, using Baby Dragon, using the Goblins, using Rage, Musketeer, Arrows, Hog Rider, Britney Spears, and Barbarians. You guys are ready? Let's go. Okay, so every time the princes start charging, I'm gonna pause the replay so we can analyze exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna start with Hog Rider, Arrows, also Barbarians and Rage. My opponent, Giant, Prince, Goblins, and Army of Skeletons. This is not gonna be easy. Alright, here we go. Battle, it's on, fellas. It's on. Let's see. Alright, I'm trying to remember how this battle is gonna start. We are both like waiting for the opponent, and apparently my opponent is gonna decide to deploy the classic combo of Prince and there you go, the classic combo Prince and Goblins. Okay, the same way that I like to use the Goblins and the Hog Rider in offense, people like to use the Prince and Goblins, right? It's very effective. But what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to show you in this replay, is how to counter the Prince correctly. For example, instead of deploying the Barbarians in front of my tower, I decide to deploy the Barbarians in the middle. The reason is because the Prince is gonna distract himself, so instead of attacking directly the Barbarian or hitting the tower, it's gonna go to the middle of the map, wasting time and losing some speed. So instead of receiving the full charge against the tower, one of my Barbarians is gonna receive the damage, but my tower is gonna have some extra second to take care of the Goblins and the Prince. Let's go this part in really slow motion so I can show you. See, Prince is hitting the Barbarians. One Barbarian went down. My tower is in defensive mode. I can deploy some Goblins from behind, and the poor Prince is completely useless. Let's go back to the game. Group of minions? No problema. That's why we had the arrows. And now it's time to probably counter with Hog Rider and Barbarians. Oh, not so fast, fellas. Not so fast. Army of Skeleton, one of the worst enemies. I'm already used the arrows, so there's nothing that I can do. I can only deploy the Baby Dragon, because with the splash damage we can take care of the Army of Skeletons without any issues. But we were able to survive the first strike with Prince and Goblins. Alright, it's time to push forward. We go with the Baby Dragon from the left side. This probably put some support with the Britney Spears. From the right side we got the Wizard. That's not good. But I apparently, okay, my opponent decided to go in offense instead of defense. Alright, so we got a Giant and a Wizard coming from the bottom right tower. That is not good. It's going to be really difficult to stop. Let's deploy some Barbarians to stop the Wizard and then start attacking the Giant from behind. Here comes one more time. I'm going to pause this one more time. Here comes the Prince. Okay, another clutch moment, because that army that is coming, that Prince and that group of Goblins can easily take care of my bottom left tower. I don't have any units, right? The only units that I have are the Goblins, which is probably not enough to stop this attack. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deploy the Goblins in the middle one more time, so the Prince is gonna get distracted. Let's do this. Slow motion. There we go. See? In the middle, got the Goblins attacking the Prince. Barbarians are decide to come back and join the battle, and the Prince got completely distracted against that tower. That tower is nothing for the Prince. The Prince is just fighting against Goblins and Barbarians, and we were completely victorious. We were able to take care of the Prince one more time without any issues. Let's continue with the battle. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, and so far we were quite successful stopping the combo of Prince and Goblins, just using basic cards, right? It's all about timing. It's all about placement, right? Let's start pushing forward. The top left corner tower finally went down. Wizard and Musketeer coming towards my base. Things are not looking good. With still 1 minute to go. And we'll see how we're going to survive this one. Musketeer is probably the best idea. Put it in the middle. Perfect. So it's not receiving any damage. And we're going to start pushing forward with Barbarians and also Musketeer. I'm not going to use the Goblins, even when I'm so tempted right now to deploy the Goblins and add some firepower to my attack. I'm saving the Goblins for this moment one more time. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Same combo. Prince and Goblins, which most of the time works perfectly. But I'm saving in my hand the Goblin card for this specific reason, so I can distract one more time the Prince. Here we go. Prince is charging. One more time, get distracted by the Goblins in the middle. My tower is doing damage to the Prince, and in the meantime, the Goblins are taking care of the rest. Arrows are taking care of the Goblins, and here comes the baby dragon to finish the Prince. You see how effectively we were able to stop this guy 3 times in a row with the same combo. Okay, let's stop this for a second. Okay, I'm getting a little bit crazy. We're still winning. Baby dragon in the right side. We attacking with Britney Spears. We attacking with Musketeer. We attacking with Goblins. And things are looking quite okay. Giant is coming. So things are not quite done, fellas. We got the Barbarians in the middle. Hopefully we'll be able to stop my opponent. Let's see if my opponent's going to try to deploy one more time. Same combo. Here we go. Let's go. One more time. Prince and Goblins coming from the left side. And I have on my hand, what? Britney Spears. You can use any cards right now. We're going to deploy probably Britney Spears in the middle. Prince got distracted. No problem. So instead of receiving the full hit of the Prince and Goblins, now Britney Spears and the rest of the Goblins were able to take care of business. My opponent completely annoyed by the strategy, but that's the best way to protect yourself against the Prince. Fellas, this is the Game Hunter. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Clash Royale. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.